Hey there, welcome to Chow Time. I am Spike Spencer, and we are cooking things up today like Spanish style. Okay, I'm doing a tortilla española. Now, that is a classic Spanish dish. It's a Spanish omelette or omelette de patatas, or it's tortilla. So we know Mexico, we think of a tortilla, we think of the flour and you know, wrapping tacos. Yay, we love that. This is different. This is more classic of Spanish cooking. Everybody makes this, apparently. This is like one of the national dishes of Spain. I learned how to cook it a while back, and I try to make it a little bit easier for you guys. I'm showing you a little bit easier way of doing it. So the first thing we're gonna start out with is potatoes. You peel some potatoes like Yukon Gold or the red potatoes. Peel those, chop those up. I chop them in half and then slice them that way. Very nice, they're smaller pieces, but still good size. And onion. Take some onion and we cook that down for a while. You could, it's not really caramelizing them per se, but if I kept going with them a little bit longer, they would be more caramelized. But I'm not worried about that too much because they're still gonna cook. So I have cooked these down for a while. This is the easy way. See, classically, you would do it with oil, all in oil, all the potatoes in oil and caramelized, or both of them in oil, and it's a lot of oil. I'm like, I'm gonna make it a little easier, put a little bit of oil, and just let them slowly saute so they are a little bit, there you go. I can just put my spatula right in the middle of them and just boink, boink. And it's still got a little bite to it. It's not mushy. We don't want that. So we've got our onions, we've got our potatoes. Then we need eggs. So it's a breakfast dish, but it can be served for breakfast, lunch, dinner, doesn't matter. Now I've got a few eggs here. I wanted to show you one thing with eggs. Whenever you have an egg, you want to crack it on a flat surface. You don't want to do it on the side of a pan or the side of a bowl. Just wanted you to know that, because you do it on the flat surface, that way you don't get shells in there, you don't get cross-contamination, etc., yada yada, and so on. Okay, we've got our eggs here. I need to whip these eggs up. I need a fork. Oh, a fork. What's a fork? Hey, I got a fork. Hey, how you doing? Okay, so we just mix them up real quick. There we go. Can you hear that? I bet you can. Okay, that is pretty solid. This is why this is actually quite an easy dish, because now we're gonna take our onions that we cooked for a little while. The reason why I say it's an easier dish is because you can just kind of leave the onions in the pan. If you put it on medium, they start to brown a little bit and just turn it down. Same thing with the potatoes. See, I haven't browned them on the bottom, okay? I just kind of lightly cooked them and everything. We're gonna take those potatoes and put them in the bowl. Bacon blue is bacon blue. Okay. Now, there is our entire dish. Only not done yet. I mean, that would be nasty. Don't eat that now. All right, we're gonna crank this up, get us a little heat going. So now what we wanna do is we wanna get the heat going up a little bit more so that we can take this egg mixture and we want to brown it on the bottom. No sear, not too high. Okay, we're working on it. We're gonna turn that up. I'm not really gonna do anything. I'm not gonna spin it around. I'm not gonna stir it up. I am gonna keep an eye on it, because what I want it to do is I want the egg on the bottom, I want that to firm up. I want it to all cook fairly well, but we're going to flip it halfway through. And that's where the trick is going to come in. So this is going to take a few minutes here. Let me get this lined up. Oh, and what I should have done inside that bowl is season. Now the seasoning I put is really simple. I have a little bit of salt, pepper, and garlic powder. Those three things right there, put those together. Actually, salt, white pepper, and garlic powder, my favorite. I have salt, pepper, garlic powder. I'll just go ahead and give it a little sprinkle. So I want to get some seasoning in there. Here's the cool thing about this dish. And this is pretty much the dishes that I bring to you. The reason I do is because there's so many various ways you can work with them. It's not like, it must be this one way. No, it's not just that one way. See, there can be only one. No, there can't be only one. There can be many different ways. This, you could put, again, anything, just like I'm gonna do a frittata soon as well. You can put anything you want. Slice up some ham. If you want to keep it Spanish, do some Serrano ham or Iberico ham. Chop that up. Woo, that'd be so nice. You can put red peppers, roasted red peppers. You could put peas. You can put anything you want. Make it your own. Have fun with it. And the main idea is to get this starting to firm up on the sides. There we go. And this is nice. You can do this in the a non-stick pan. You could try it in a cast iron pan too. You can do it in pretty much anything. Every pan has its own spirit. You have non-stick pans, and they're fine. I deal with the cheaper non-stick pans because the one that they tell you, like Calphalon or Hexclad, all these other ones, they'll say, oh, it's non-stick for the longest, and it takes it. No. Sorry, guys. They lose their non-stick as well. I had Calphalon forever. I kept sending them back and sending them back. Said, give me a new one, give me a new one. It was annoying. So I just buy a nice, cheap non-stick pan. Try to get something that's, at least nice where it's not super junky and can mess you up. But every pan has a spirit. Like I'm showing you right here. This pan right now is centered right on this heating unit. And this side is getting done, but this side is not. What is that? I do not know. So I just turn it around so this side will start heating up over here. And once that gets going, then I'll flip it, and we'll talk about that in a second. But all of your pans, and grill, this goes with grills too, they have a life of their own. Now this is not scientifically backed, but from years of cooking, I've always found that you cook in a pan, you're like, what is going on with this pan? Why is this one pan and this pan on the same burner can act completely differently? So when people say, well, how do I do this exactly? I can't tell you because I don't know how your pan spirit is going to deal with it. So it's very interesting. So this is one of those things where you just kind of go with it, go with the flow, let it kind of flow, dude. Let it like take over your soul, man. I have no idea what just happened there. All right, it is time. Look at this. Both sides are firming here. Now I'm gonna push down a little bit further because sometimes, like I said, these non-stick, they'll stick in the middle and then you flip it and you're like, oh no, the whole thing comes apart. Okay, there you go. So the whole thing is moving. Look at that. See how it's all moving? That means it's nice and non-stick on the bottom. It is nice and firm. Now I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes here because when I flip this over, all that stuff, that runny stuff, is gonna go everywhere. So you take a look at it underneath and see what we need with here. That's pretty good. That's actually really good. Okay, ready for the trick? Ready? Let's stretch a little. All right, take a plate on the pan. It's gotta be bigger than the pan. And you go 1, 2, 3, flip. Oh, look at that. Oh, I did it. Look at that. Flipped it. Now we put that back in the pan. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that pretty impressive? I think so. I'm pretty impressed with myself right now. Come on. There you go, baby. Oh, got a little straggler here. That's okay. It's alright, it's okay, I don't care anyway. Alright, that'll cook. Now we have flipped it over and it is going to cook. Look at that color though, look at how beautiful that is. I may have to flip it one more time just to this, but the cool thing is I can always flip it back on to that plate and use that plate as my base to cut. Obviously you'd want to use a clean plate, there's a little bit of egg in here, but you know what, I have limited room and that is cooked and I don't care. I'm good. You gonna call the cops on me or something? I don't think so. Good. Okay, this is quite nice here. Give it just a second. So it doesn't take that long to do this, and it's a one dish meal. I mean, once you get all your ingredients ready to go, obviously, it takes a little bit more, but it's 2 pans is all I used. And then the bowl. What was it, 5 ingredients? It was actually 2 with 3 onions, potatoes, egg, a little salt, pepper, garlic. Done. That's all you need. I think it's gorgeous, wonderful, fantastic, and beautiful. I love you. All right. So let's say you have the eggs here. You've got your omelette or frittata or tortilla española. Then grab the end of it and hit your pan like this. Oh, just give it a little pop. You know, loosen right up. Look at that. Shake it, shake it, shake. All right, how we doing? I think we're done. All right. So I can flip it over, or just straight out. I think I'm just gonna go straight out. Yeah, I'm gonna go straight out. So let's see what happens. There it is, y'all. Boom. That is a tortilla española. So you would cut this just like a pizza. I mean, it's very, very simple. Okay. Now this was 4 eggs, 2 potatoes, and like half an onion, something like that. Not a big deal. This was not hard to make. Look at that gorgeousness. Wow. Okay. There, that is a beautiful tortilla española. Now let's finish it off. I would give it a little drizzle of olive oil around. Whoosh. A little bit of parsley. Finish that off a little bit. Maybe a little green onion. How about that? Oh, green onion, fun. Yay. Love it. Pow. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you tortilla española. Let's get up in there. Get up in there. Dun, 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 dun. All right, guys, that is it. Go make you a tortilla española as soon as you possibly can. It's actually very, very simple, and make it happen. Eggs, onion, potato, boom. Thank you so much for coming to this episode of Chow Time. I'm Spike Spencer saying, let's eat. I'll see you next time.